Today we're going to talk about how to appropriately brush your kitty's teeth and how to get your cats used to having teeth brushed. The first step of getting a cat used to having its teeth brushed is to find it when it's already pretty happy, maybe when they're taking a nap, something like that. Or just working up near the face and getting them used to having even just the head handled, the face handled, near their whiskers being touched. We want to be able to lift up on lips, things like that. I usually try not to slide my fingers too far back into my kitty's mouth just because they can be a little sensitive about that and end up biting. So a lot of times what I use is just a simple Q-tip to start getting them used to that sensation of having something in their mouth and just working back on those gums. You don't have to watch the teeth. You can just slide the Q-tip back along the tooth surface as long as you feel that contact in the gum. You may see a little bit of blood present when starting to brush your cat's teeth. That's pretty common. It's caused by the gingivitis that's on the gum already, and we'll oftentimes see that causing a little bit of gum bleeding. It should decrease the more frequently you brush. Once your kitty is used to having its face handled and things like Q-tips in their mouth, you can use a piece of gauze or an old washcloth and wrap that around your finger. Apply a little bit of your pet's toothpaste to the gauze, and then you can use this like a finger brush, working towards the back of the mouth and rubbing against the teeth. Again, you may see a little bit of blood or discharge caused from that. It's just from the abrasive action rubbing against the tooth surface and the gum surface. The gums, if they have gingivitis, you'll see a little bit of bleeding on them. Eventually, we can work up to using our toothbrush on our kitties. It would be very similar to how we were using our mock finger brush as well as our Q-tips. You're just going to slowly brush back on our tooth surface. As you can tell, Leroy dislikes this, so we're probably moving a little too fast for him. If I noticed that my pet was disliking something, I would just slowly start back at my last step and continue that step for a little bit longer, maybe a week or so more, until Leroy is more accepting of that. And then again, trying the toothbrush. Always stopping before our pet is frustrated so that our pet ends on a good note. Because our pet toothpaste is poultry flavored, it's also often really tasty to them and they'll start to enjoy that. But because it doesn't have any fluoride agent in it, we can actually give Leroy a treat after we're done brushing his teeth or give him his bowl of food to reward him for his good behavior when we were brushing his teeth. Other options for our pets if we're having difficulty brushing are things like Healthy Mouth, which is a water additive that helps reduce the tartar buildup on the tooth surface, as well as the CET oral hygiene rinse, which can be used. There's a little pump inside of here with a nozzle, and this can be used, again, just putting it back in the cat's mouth and squirting a little bit of the rinse every day. This can cause some tooth discoloration, so usually we try and do toothbrushing first and other steps first, but it's a great product if we can't work within the mouth otherwise, and it definitely reduces the tartar buildup. Brushing is the most effective form of home dental care for our pets, so we do recommend that as our first step. But again, if our kitties just are not tolerant of that, we can either start by moving slower with them, and if that's still not working for you, we can always discuss other home dental care options for your pets.